What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Turn Order, the Seventh Eon, episode number 6. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
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 How goes it, everyone? How are you?
Good.
Good.
I have eaten a lot of pizza.
I've eaten a lot of pasta. No dicks.
No dicks though. I haven't eaten any dicks today at all.
I will eat like a whole fucking. I will let people run a fucking train of dicks on me if you give me a PC that won't fuck up, and a webcam that won't fuck up, and a fucking capture card that won't fuck up. There you go. Get in line, boys.
I'm not entirely sure that's
Have you
worth.
ever thought that your problems might be because of you?
I will come to Sweden, and I will hunt you down, and I will you won't know I'm there until you lay your head in the pillow, and you'll be like, "What's that smell of shit?" And you look under your pillow, and there'll be a big shit with a little note stuck to it that says, "Fuck you, Charlie." I'm just kidding, I love you.
Note to some shit.
Peachy, I'm very creative.
Yes. It's pretty creative, I guess.
You know, I want to say that this conversation's different than what happens during the pre-shows, but it's really not.
Let's be real, it's not. Yeah.
This
really not.
is very tame compared to before show talk.
Pretty
You
much.
think so?
Yeah, I think so. We've been through a lot. I mean, I would never say something lewd or disturbing.
Like
but-
never.
I mean, you made me an offer including leather or something.
I remember that
Uh,
dick burger that you sent us once.
Was it a dick?
Yeah,
pic?
No, it was
No,
it was a
it was
vag
the
burger.
food.
It was a vag
Oh.
burger. Yeah.
And
I
it
think
was so
someone
funny.
followed up with a dick burger.
And
I
I was
remember that it was.
I was gonna like message someone, and the first thing I see is just that picture, and I'm like,
Yeah, no,
Dick
you
burger.
sent it to me. Yeah, you sent it to me. I
Dick.
every
I remember
time
getting something. Like
every
that.
time I'm about to message you with something, Charlie, I'm like, "Oh, there's a vagina."
Is it just me that thinks Dick Burger sounds like an old German football player or something?
yeah, it does.
Really aggressive tackler.
Yeah.
Oh, God, that was good. Oh man, yeah, this is gonna be a good show. But unfortunately, we are not joined by Mr. Iron Chef Bobby Flail today. He is feeling very, very sick, and he will not be joining us. So I will be forced to play the part of Belmorn Drilltack today. I don't know how I can do it. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. Playing.
Got this.
Trying to hold back that mocking tone that you have for Paladin's going to be such a challenge for me.
Yeah, it really will. I like paladins are definitely one of the strongest classes in the game, if not like the strongest. I would kind of argue cleric, but anyway, the paladin, like, I don't know, just the typical like lawful good paladin is so hard for me to play. Like I don't
Puke
know.
a little.
I puke just
Your
like a little
mouth,
bit.
like-
Yeah, it's not my favorite thing to play. Either that, or we can just make Charlie play both Ori and Belmorn, which would be hilarious. I think we should do that.
Ugh, I'm a paladin, and I'm lawfully good. Can we just
so good.
Are you also very constipated? On a scale of 1 to 10,
Well,
how is the blockage right now, Charlie?
Oh god.
Yeah. So, welcome to the show, everybody. Welcome to the show. If you haven't seen the Seventh Eon before, it's a homebrew, D&D 5th edition campaign. Why does this song keep playing when I have it on shuffle? Isn't that the worst when you put a playlist on shuffle and it just keeps picking the same fucking song? Why?
Well,
You end up hearing
I
the
always-
song, but
so
you never
I've been-
take it out.
Yeah,
I personally
exactly.
never put it on shuffle because you destroy the artist's vision of an album.
I mean, you make your own.
I never do this because I'm too busy masturbating. That's basically what you said, PG.
I always wonder about that as well.
Masturbating
because,
about all the respect that I get.
Mhm.
What?
Yeah, none of our
masturbating
brains.
all over my ethics.
No,
Wait, I'm trying
none,
to work it.
none of us could actually process what you said. Like it just didn't.
Yeah.
The
That's
words.
because I'm on another level, bro.
Sure.
Look, as artists,
One
we work
so
from
low.
a different,
that we just can't quite comprehend.
a
it.
higher plane of existence, if you will. By the way, I'm available for commission.
Oh God. I'm already gonna throw up in my mouth a little bit for playing a paladin, Peachy. I don't need to do that more. But yes, welcome to the Seventh Eon, everybody. It's a D&D 5th edition show, homebrew setting that not only myself but the players and you wonderful people from chat have created. Let's bring the map over here. We are on the world of Talanis, homebrew setting created by a whole bunch of different people. It wasn't just me here. It's a collaborative effort. We've done a lot of DM prep. We've done a lot of location, world building on stream, and we've sort of developed this wonderful setting. Also, side note, today was the first meeting for a bunch of DMs over on the Discord to get started, I guess, sort of like testing out the an early release that I've prepared for the setting for specifically for Lurtzog, one of the continents, one of the places here on the map. Yeah, they met today. They're setting up a little mini adventure to just kind of test things out. I'm gonna keep working on this map on stream, and we'll sort of collaborate and work on things together. So yeah, the players are currently in the realm of Zahuras, and we'll talk about that a little bit more after some introductions. So normally Bobby starts us off, but he is not here today. So let's start off with Makwanis. Why don't you get us started with the intro?
Okie dokie. Hello, I am Aquanas. I am officially graduated from a Bachelor of Art and Technology.
Hooray.
I'm playing Ignia, and she's a fiery, Farganesi morph. Why did I say orb? Morph. And I'm very interested to see what all this monkey business is. Because we were just gonna have a good time, go find some relics and some ruins, and then these monkey show. So, we'll see. You can find me on twitch.tv/Makwanas. That's it. Woo!
Okay. Peachy.
Oh yeah, I'm second. Hi, I'm Peachy. I'm awesome. You all are fucking lucky you get to experience me playing Drab Dog.
Don't you also have another similar announcement?
No,
No? Okay.
I also got my BA.
Hooray!
Moving on.
Hey! Really,
Lots of
Yeah.
sheep
In
today.
what?
Total douche.
In what?
My BA in design. Exactly the same day you got yours.
Oh, wow. Look at this.
Adorable.
High five. Congrats, Peter. No, this is wrong.
Peter.
Peter Johnson.
Next. Speaking of Johnson,
What about Drab? You want to tell us about Drab?
Drab's as awesome as I am. What more do you need to know? He's a bard. He's got a mustache. Massive height.
And?
Massive guy. He's really big. Speaking of really big,
Tilla?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I have a reputation. You know, I started university, and you know, it's spreading like wildfire that I have a massive girth.
The funny thing
Tell us
is,
more about that massive
the
bird.
funny thing is, we actually talked about this during your last intro 2 weeks ago.
Oh, I mean, my reputation succeeds me. Hi, I'm Charlie, also known as Tilla. I play Ori, and she's a very small person, a deep gnome, who's very insecure, but trying to work her way up and getting some self-confidence. I wasn't here last week, so I don't really know what happened, but I kind of know, but not really. So I'm just gonna play along like we do.
Okay, fair enough. Speaking of playing along, but not really, Zagoticus.
Hi, it's Godicus.
How goes it, bro? How are you?
Don't even,
Come more often.
don't even fucking start me. I'm
You're Sagittarius.
no, I'm an Aries. God damn it.
Oh, because that
Well, I
makes
know
all the
what
fucking
Aries
difference.
I want to
Yeah,
dig
I think
into.
that means that I'm into Barnum's statement here. Anyway, I play Kelvin Ironbrew, who's probably going to be particularly grumpy today totally because of what happened in the episode last week and not because I'm in a foul mood. And that's nothing to do with eating chicken. Jesus.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, right?
That was almost
Oh.
as bad as my intro. Not quite, but almost.
Yeah, Kelvin's an alchemist. He does cool things with alchemy, not magic. And yeah, I'm interested to see what is happening in Kazakhs because it's a bit mental. Is how I'd put it. Speaking of a bit mental.
Hey everybody, I'm Wacksteven. I'm the DM of Doom. I will be dragging these guys kicking and screaming through the adventure today. Hello and welcome to the Seventh Eon. I hope everyone is doing well. I think that this is going to be an interesting session today. I'm wearing the full robe just to get in the proper mood and mindset, you know. Just want to make sure I'm in the right frame of mind for today. If you guys like what I do here, you can follow me on Twitter at Wacksteven and here on Twitch TV at Wacksteven as well. So I guess let's talk a little bit about what happened last week to catch Charlie up and, just make sure if there's anybody that didn't see last episode, they're on kind of the same page. Last week, the players arrived in Kazakhs, the city of towers. They met up with two members of the Omnipresence. The person that petitioned the guild, their patron Eldred Everflow, promising 10,000 gold pieces for the retrieval of some sort of artifact. Even they seem a bit, I guess, in the dark when it comes to what's actually going on, because they're having some strange occurrences happen in Zahuras and around Kazakhs. It seems that many of the indigenous animals are acting strangely, erratically, and sometimes in a deadly fashion. Several people have been killed along the roads leading to Kazakhs, killed by animals that don't normally do such things. Some monkeys and some baboons and some birds. The whole thing was very strange, and the Omnipresence, specifically Eldred Everflow, and the Magistratus, sort of like the magic cop chief. Oh god, I'm blanking on his name. Thamiel Brightbane. Believe that it is related to some sort of powerful magical artifact or some very powerful wizard or sorcerer doing something to affect the animal life. It's very uncommon that something like this happens. So, the characters set out to gather some information and try to learn a little bit more about Kazakhs and the situation at hand. They met with Eldred Everflow and learned that Thamiel Brightbane, who is the leader of the Magistratus, had a bunch of information for them. And they met up with Thamiel, looking through a bunch of various reports and things, finding information about the various attacks and things that are going on around Kazakhs. The group spent time poring over these reports and found out information such as a belief that a certain jade mask that was found on a merchant that was a survivor of one of these attacks. Him and a group of merchants, 10 to 20 merchants, were traveling to Kazakhs along the northeastern path. And apparently through some ruins, they were believed to have been killed. And this one person that survived was apparently driven mad, but they found this jade mask on him. They also learned about several other smaller attacks, and one that came from the Western Road, where Drab read about some birds that were acting very strangely, acting almost like bats, and several people getting injured and hurt from there as well. Upon speaking to Thamiel Brightbane, Thamiel told them to stay away from the ruins, explicitly instructing them to stay away from them and that they were not to look into this jade mask. Upon leaving the Magistratus building, they found themselves surrounded by several cloaked figures who, when pulling back their hoods, revealed the faces of white-furred apes. And that's where we
We
are
forgot that
starting.
we were looking for a pub, and we used Drab's wonderful talents.
Oh, yes, the most important thing that happened
me and
last episode.
Igni, and we're on the way to the pub.
Awfully distracted by these horrible things.
And then fucking Lord Jesus Christ and Little Miss I Love You Jesus. I will go with you, Belmont, because I love you. Gonna go to the library.
So,
Okay.
Paladin.
So, yes, these cloaked figures seem to surround you with their hoods sort of pulled down. Belmorn was drawing his shield, and they have this sort of strange posture to them, like hunched over. You can see that they're very like burly looking, and it's nighttime. It's about 9 o'clock or so. So there's some torches and things lit, but it's generally pretty dark on the street and whatnot. And there weren't many people on the street. You guys had walked a few blocks away from the Magistratus building. And this is where we start. These cloaked figures all around you begin to approach. One moves forward, and it says,
Where's the mask?
It would probably be a bit of trouble for you to get it, to be honest. But we're willing to cooperate. Could you tell us?
I think he means what mask?
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. It's too late now, Jab. I fucked that up. Right, well, all we need to know is the mask what's causing the fine creatures around here to be upset?
Where is the mask?
Well, it's something we were looking for ourselves. If we knew the answer, we would have given it to you.
Yeah.
We don't.
We're trying to get it and take it back to a temple or something, but we were just about to go to the library and look for information.
Do you have some information, perhaps?
We could help you find it. We want this issue settled.
What? Do you wink when I look at you at all? Or do you just play absolutely stone cold?
Who?
I don't wink at you, no.
Look, we don't know where the mask is, and you should bugger off.
Like, sort of does the thing right, pounds his chest a bit.
Now, no need for that. Does the mask belong to you?
You will tell us where the mask is.
Well, I don't know where it is, but I know it's in a place called
The smell is on him. I smell it.
Secure,
We saw...
You can smell the mask on him? What?
We saw a stranger walk past us with the mask. That was the time that we seen it. But that was hours ago. We have no idea where he or she went. Who could possibly be going for the mask? What does the mask do?
It does not belong or concern to you.
well, I don't know where it is, but it's in a secure place somewhere. That's all I know.
You will tell us.
He starts to like move forward a bit. Belmorn draws his warhammer.
Oh, I thought we were on the way to the library. We're still here?
Can you describe what they look like again?
They're humanoid shaped. They're under some like it's very different from the way that Kazakhs is. I guess not terribly different compared to some of the poorer people of Kazakhs. As I said, there's a very big discrepancy between the rich and the poor. And clothing is super important to the rich people here. They wear very bright clothing, very lush fabric and stuff. These ape creatures are wearing very plain-looking, sort of like tattered gray, like a darker gray kind of robe. Probably just to like cover, as much of themselves as they can.
How many of them is there again? There's a lot, right?
Give me a perception check. An 11. You saw about 7 of them.
Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah. Well.
They're generally staying to the shadows a lot. Like, you could probably just, just make out some vague details.
I do want to help you understand that. We honestly don't know where it is. How else can I help you? Do you have a name? I'm Kelvin.
They just kind of like look at each other.
The mask. Where?
We already said we don't know where it is.
So like one of the people, one of these ape-like guys from the other side, probably behind like Ori and Belmorn, maybe about like 15 feet away or so from you, sort of like marches out from the shadows.
I do not smell the mask on this one. Perhaps they tell the truth.
Vamos, should we do something?
Stay back. I don't know. We don't know their intentions yet. What do you mean to do to us if we don't tell you about the mask? We're trying to find it.
And the one that first started talking to you pipes up and says,
You will tell us what you know. And we will leave you be.
Said, we have only seen someone walk past with a mask.
Let's
You are.
yeah, let's get out of the street here. And into the shadows. We don't want anyone else coming along and causing issues to you. I approach him slowly. Can we go just over there? I point to like a shadowy, like underhang of a building or whatever.
it's any alleys. I mean, they're just pitch black.
Yeah.
Do we really want to go into an alley?
Calvin, do we really have bloody time for this?
Well, they obviously know about the mask, so better to hear and, look at them. Do you see their faces?
I'll lean closer.
I want to see their
They're
face.
like bloody monkeys or something.
Aye, and what are we looking for?
Monkeys.
A pub.
No, you bloody idiot. We're looking for
No, we know where the bloody mask is. They ain't gonna
No.
get it.
Well, we technically don't know where the
Well,
mask
if we
is.
can
Well,
prove...
we know it's in that place. The wait, was it the omnipresence?
No, it's not an
Magistrate.
omnipresent.
Yeah.
It's
Well, it's
not
in the
there.
magistratus. They're not gonna get in there.
It's
Exactly.
not there.
If we can prove that the mask's definitely causing the issue, then problem solved. We get
Right,
this done today.
Calvin,
We get 10,000
Calvin.
gold, and we're off to the pub.
Calvin,
What?
that bastard fully knew well that the mask had something to do with this. Otherwise, he wouldn't have told us not to look at it and to forget about its existence.
Right.
Hey, so we just prove it beyond a doubt, and there's no choice.
No, what do you think they're gonna do?
I don't.
They're like the secret police. They're all highly trained.
Right, so just let me try and talk to them.
Just tell them to bugger off, and we can go and do important stuff.
Do you see this? These are like big, muscly looking, like
Oh, yeah.
they're broad, right? You see the size of this. Can you imagine if they got already some poor wee, like something like Ori or something, what they'd do?
Well, they seem to only bloody care about the mask.
Aye, and if they don't get the mask, they're gonna get pissed off, right?
Well, it's not our problem. They're gonna go to the magistratus. The magistratus are probably gonna bloody kill them.
Aye, but I'm pretty sure that these fellas could take a couple of them down. That fella looks like he'd tear a 10,000 gold boat
I
in
saw
half.
one of those blighers had nunchucks.
Right,
I think they're
ju-
fine.
Just tell
Let
them
me- I-
we'll
just-
help them look for it later if they tell us what it looks like
See, I'm with Ori. I think
and what they
Right,
what-
need.
Wait a minute,
just-
what about the ruins? We
I
could
think
tell
We're
them
not
these-
that
going to
it's
tell
there.
them about that.
I think they probably. Let me talk to him.
It would be dangerous.
Excuse me. Do you have a name I could call you?
It just so this thing kind of like looks at you and it says,
I am Kotar.
All right, Kotar. Listen, we're here to. We come from far across the great waters.
Where is the mask?
That's what I'm trying to figure out because. Let me lay it out for you, right? But so we heard that some fellas took a mask from some ruins Over that way, and I kind of point to the east. It was to the east, right? Yeah.
Northeast.
They took the mask from there, and round about that time, a lot of like the baboons and things got really angry. I'm not calling you a baboon. Are you also angry because the mask was taken from there?
The mask was not taken from there. The mask belongs to us.
It belongs to
And
you.
where do
Hey.
you come from exactly? Maybe that could help us find the mask for you.
Yeah.
This is unimportant. You will tell us where the mask is. You
We
know.
do not know where the mask is. If we
do
knew,
know.
we would have gotten it. Okay.
Iggy, just calm down. I think we're communicating. We're like-minded, me and
We
Kotar
can't
here.
lie to these things.
I'm not lying to him. I told him the
But
truth.
that's why. But we don't know where it is. What do you want us to say?
Right. Well, trust me, Iggy. I've got this. Kotar, the more you can tell us about the mask and what's happening because of it, the more we can convince the army, and I mean an army who has it, to give it back. They'll give it to us, and I'll personally come and hand it to you. I'll gift wrap it for you if you like. But it's inside a sealed temple with an army of ugly people like him. I point to Belmorn. Lots of them,
He's not ugly.
Shh, and that.
Many
I don't
people
want-
find me quite attractive in Radoon.
My point is, I don't want your people getting hurt. And I don't want my people getting hurt. So if you tell me as much as you can, then
You will not hurt us. If you hurt, we will kill, and we will spread the wasting.
the wasting.
What?
Wasting.
Everybody that is proficient in medicine can roll me a medicine check.
I think this is the first character I've ever made that isn't proficient in medicine.
22.
Is it just Kelvin and well, let me check. Belmore might be.
I think Belmont is for sure.
No, he's not.
Oh.
Kelvin is the
Wow.
only one proficient in medicine. Those words instantly trigger you, Kelvin. The wasting is a very serious disease. When the bodily fluid of an infected creature that has the wasting is it basically comes in contact with skin, it can be passed on. The wasting, some creatures are not affected by it, others are. Most humanoid creatures, etc., are affected by the disease. It basically, after a creature is infected, it begins to lose its intelligence and wisdom. You're muted.
Okay, Kotar. I really don't. I don't want. I have no intention of hurting you, and I really don't want the wasting to spread. That'd be very bad. I need help to convince the masters of the armies holding the mask to give it back. And I just need to be able to prove to them that it's what's causing all the trouble. And that's all. if you can just tell me what the mask is called or anything like that, then that'd help.
Called? What
Does
do you
the
speak?
mask does the mask have a name? Is it called the Marvelous Mask of Great
It belongs to Moreng.
Meringue? The Mask of Meringue. Okay.
Meringue.
Not meringue. Meringue.
Morreng.
Yeah. Okay, meringue. Who is meringue? Is he your deity?
They all look at each other confused.
God? Holy One?
Friend?
Master?
And it kind of like they move forward. And they just kind of like beat their chest as they move forward.
I don't mean any offense. Okay, wait here, and I'll try and find out where it is. These ones will stay with you. Is that okay?
I grab you by the arm. What bloody hell are you doing?
Listen, look at the size of these bastards. That one could pick me up and chuck me halfway across the city. I don't want to.
He's like half the size of a normal person. Not that you're not a normal person, but a lot of people are taller than you.
I mean,
Yeah, but-
sometimes not saying the truth can be a good thing. Maybe
I know that better than most, trust me, but in this case I think I'm... How big are they compared to Drab?
Compared to Drab?
Yeah.
Let's see. Drab is classified as medium size, right?
Yeah, but he counts as large for certain things. He's
Yeah,
like the top end.
they
of
are
medium.
large.
Drab, I think that one could probably maybe chuck you halfway across the city, and there's 7 of them. And the wasting, by the way, well, imagine somebody sneezing on you, and then slowly but surely you lose your mind, and you become very sick yourself. And then if you sneeze, then it spreads, or even if you of blood or urine
They're
or
threatening to spread a bloody plague.
Aye, and if this plague spreads, then it could easily wipe out the city. And I don't.
What are you
I don't
gonna
want-
do, though?
I'm just gonna go and tell them that I want the Mask of Meringue back.
You think they're gonna they're probably... Look at them. They're gonna follow you.
If all else fails, I'll just get a couple of bombs out and make a fucking nuisance of myself.
We've got a smoke bomb.
No, I thought about making one in the boat, but then I got my...
Look,
Self,
if you
innit?
bugger off and say you're gonna go and find the mask, they're gonna bloody well follow you.
Well, that's why I'm getting you to stay here, so you can be hostage... insurance.
So
I feel
how
like this is a bad idea.
How does this spread work? Like, if we're getting rid of them, how likely is it that they just spread the waste?
I could just tell them to follow me, and I can lose them in the shadows.
Yeah, but then they'll come back.
Yeah.
All
But
they
then
need to
you're
do
not
is...
gonna be here. Then you can be somewhere else.
I'm not worried about
Ori,
them
it's too
following me.
dangerous.
No, I
think-
can do that.
You shouldn't
I'm
go
fast.
I think he likes me.
Yeah, I like
I
you
mean,
too,
he
Drac.
hasn't tried to kill you yet, so...
Exactly, and he looks like he could do it with a glancing blow. Jesus.
Look, if they take the mask, we can't look at the mask and figure out what's going on with that bloody thing.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure if they take it, put it back on Meringue's, on his plaque or on his face or whatever, then...
We don't even know that's what they're gonna bloody well do.
Do we want to
Exactly.
get rid
Well,
of
it's theirs.
people
They
or
clearly
not?
know about it. No, we're not getting rid of them.
We
we're
don't
trying
know
to-
if we can trust them.
Right, here's the thing. The bad guys here are the... I'll look around. Those arseholes with it, who think they're omnipotent, those guys, the big, your pal in
Right.
the polis as well.
No,
They're the bad guys.
Disagree.
These are the
100%
good
disagree,
guys.
sir. They're beating their chest and threatening to kill you and spread a plague.
I think these are the bad guys.
They're not
definitely
the bad guys. What?
Disgusting.
But
Are you
guys,
not
it's
seeing the
good,
same
guys,
thing I'm
it's just an
seeing?
illusion.
Perhaps they're just looking
but
to
ever
get their
can we
property
manage-
back.
That's it.
Well,
He's.
but we can't do that if we can't even go to those ruins. We were already forced to forget
They're
about
not from
anything
the
massive.
ruins, apparently.
I get that, but we were forced to get rid of any information that we knew about the mask and forget about it.
Yeah, why do you
If
think they're
we
doing that? They're
Had
guilty.
to go. Then how would we ever get that mask, even if we're not supposed to look into that?
Well, if your
Who do
choice
we want to
is.
have against us? These creatures or the omnipotent?
Well, if the omnipotents know that a plague's going to wipe their city out, maybe even their country out, as well as them, pretty sure they'll give up a wee jade mask.
Well, we don't know what the mask
You're
does.
talking about sending an army of monsters to the only thing keeping law and order in the sea.
No! I'm just going to go and get the
You're
mask
not
and bring
gonna
it
give me the
back.
bloody mask, Kelvin.
Alright,
Yes,
If
I
you
know.
had
I
the
don't
mask-
think they're going to give it to you.
if you had the. Listen, you two, if you had the mask, right, and I told you that monkeys could flood the city, spit on people,
I would call
and then
you
kill
insane.
everyone within a week.
I
Why
tell
would
you
they
to fuck
believe
off.
us?
Can we
God,
solve this
Jesus
peacefully
Christ!
anyway?
I'm trying to solve it peacefully! What do you
Can
think
we
I'm
talk
doing?
this out? We could just tell them how it's going. But
Right.
in very simple words, because I don't think they...
How about this? We keep him here. Ori slips off and runs to the magistrates and tells them that big angry apes are invading the city looking for a mask.
Right, and when these apes
think
don't come
that-
back, the rest of them will send in the waste, and you don't want the waste, and trust me. It's awful.
Just
Do
don't
you know
be
how
here.
it's spread? Like, is it cast like a spell? Or
No, it's all
How
the way.
would they were to spread the waste?
Well, if it's in one of these baboons, or if it's even in the birds, they could just send over a flock of birds and they'll just shit on people and they'll get it.
Okay.
It's as easy as
so
that. So we don't want to piss off these guys, trust me.
Kill them and none of them get away. How would
Then-
they know where they are?
Do you think there's only 7 of these guys?
No.
Well, then the rest of them will know they
Okay.
haven't come back, and then they'll
When
send
they're
over
talking-
a big flock of shitting birds.
I want to, like, just kind of slip back into the shadows and
Okay,
and
give me a stealth check.
move away. Oh, fuck.
You got a +8. Jesus Christ.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
All right. So yeah, you try to like sneak off into the shadows, and you bump into a leg.
Oh. I look up.
And
Okay.
this thing just kind of like roughly pushes you back into the group.
This one tried to escape.
She is not trying to escape. She was scared of you.
No, I just have to go to the potty. I'm sorry.
She's just young. She doesn't know.
Give me a deception check, please, Ori.
Oh.
12. Okay. 19 for me.
Fuck.
You do not smell as if you must excrete.
Kotar. Okay. So, there's a bit of a problem.
Well, while he's talking, I put my hand on Ori's shoulder and I cast Longstrider on her.
Okay, so explain what happens while you do this, because there is a sort of vocal component to the spell.
Explain what happens? Okay, so I can increase someone's speed by 10, basically. It's usually used in combat, but it's to make her faster, basically, for an hour.
Mm-hmm.
On your way, gal! That's my spell.
All right, I'm gonna.
So Drab, when you cast the spell,
Did you use your brain?
your badge,
I didn't put my badge on and say my name.
you didn't. Interesting. Okay.
I purposely didn't. I think somebody else didn't as well. I'm trying to think who it was. Was it Belmont? Somebody else didn't put their badge on. Maybe it was Ignia, actually. Did you put your badge on, Ignia?
When?
When they gave us the badges and we had to say our name?
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
Because there was someone else who didn't specifically
Oh,
go
wait!
through that.
Wait, I think I was the one who didn't. But I can barely remember. Yeah, I think it might be me. I'm just like really like I think I put it on, but I didn't say my name or something like that. Fuck, what was it again?
I think I
Cool.
asked everybody, and I thought everybody said that they did, but
I purposely kept
Let's just
quiet about it.
so just then we have to retcon a little bit because some things would
would they
have been
have-
very different. Yes,
would they-
very very important. What would have happened was you basically would not have been able to leave with a badge.
Right.
Okay, then
so
I
they
did
would
it.
have made
Yeah,
me do it?
no, then
Yes.
I did it. Then
If
I
you
did it.
take a badge, then you have to do that.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
that's
think I was more like I didn't want to do it and then end up doing it or something.
Yeah, I didn't want to do it, so I didn't.
If, I think you
if
did
they
do
would
it.
have made me, we'll hand wave as if that's
yeah.
what
I mean, basically, the choice is you take a badge, you sign the pledge, or you don't. You know what I mean? You can't like take the badge and not recite the pledge. Like they would have been very specific about that.
I would have taken the badge.
I wish I had a better memory.
I think everybody wishes that they had a better memory, Mac.
I think you did it. I think I remember you saying Ignia. Because then I
Yeah.
thought to myself, oh, she doesn't have a second name.
Okay, yeah.
So,
knowing
would you
this,
like to
then,
retcon your action?
I would.
Okay.
Because knowing this, I wouldn't have cast this spell.
Okay.
All right. And I also know that I can't cast any spells.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, my
What about that?
shadow.
Oh.
Yeah. There's no casting of
You
magic.
can't
in
use
the city.
magic. Just-
Like is my shadow arts? Is it magic?
Yeah.
Fucking damn
Uh,
it.
Kotar, could you give us some time? Are you willing to give me some time to try and get the mask for Meringue? If you can give me a day or two, I could. I'll give you my word if you'll take it.
They look kind of like confused.
Word.
A promise, a pledge,
Honor!
yeah.
Glory.
Like, I'm not lying to you. I don't like people taking what's not theirs.
As you say this, one of the apes walks up to you.
We will take your scent.
Right, how do you do that?
He grabs like part of your clothing and just like tears like a piece off. Probably like I don't know if you have a cloak, but if you have,
Yeah, I've got like a robe on.
yeah, he just like rips like a chunk off.
Right, that's fine. Do you want anything else? I can give you some blood if you like.
They just kind of like look like disgusted at the concept.
What about well, you give me a day then.
What is day?
Do full moon or 2 moons.
When the sun sets again.
You have one son.
One sun. It might be
Probably meet
dangerous.
you somewhere else.
Yeah, it
rather
might be
than in the city.
dangerous in the city. There's outside. Is there a place?
So he kind of points to like this this sort of like mountain range because the elevation it keeps going up like as you go further into the city, like further north. And yeah, he points to like this sort of like the mountain range behind the city, basically.
Okay. In one sun, I will meet you there. With the mask if I can get it. Can you
One son.
Can you tell me anything else about the mask? Anything at all?
The mask corrupts the mind. The mask. The mask will drive the one who wears mad.
And we assume you don't want that.
We want mask.
Why?
Okay. Thank you. And can I do like a quick nature check to see if there's a way that primates greet each other or say goodbye or anything like that?
Sure.
He's gonna insult them, like, extremely.
21.
So yeah, there's no real greeting that they seem to have. They do kind of tend to try to show their dominance.
I do the old like head down, raise the palm thing that they do in Planet of the Apes. I did that to Kotar. Like put my hand up.
Yeah, he looks like.
I think you're supposed to show your weak parts to apes if you're showing submission.
I'm not getting my dick out, calm yourself.
No, it's probably your throat. And your inner body.
Yeah, well, be safe. One son.
Yeah. Do not run from us.
I won't be doing that.
Yeah.
And they just kind of like, they start to like grab like outcroppings and stuff, and like start to swing themselves up onto the roofs, and they bound off.
Oh, I just wanted a nice, relaxing night in the library.
How
and I
is that a
almost got-
good deal?
Belmore kind of looks towards you and he says,
Well, at least we didn't have to fight.
I don't want to fight
They
those
would
ever.
Fight a lot. Oh, I'll fight them, alright? Once we get out of this city.
I don't know if that's the best idea, Ignia.
I don't
Well,
think you'd
we
make a good
don't
appetizer for
know
them.
what they want to do with the mask. I don't think we can trust them.
It belongs to them. Look, they're monkeys and it's a monkey mask. It clearly belongs to them.
Well, he didn't say what he was going to do with it.
He says he's going to give it back to Meringue. Whoever the
Yeah,
fuck that
but the
is.
wearer goes crazy. What about that meringue going crazy? We don't know anything about this.
Well, I think he already had it, so he's probably fine.
Sure, yeah.
I need to go outside the city.
I need a drink.
I don't think that's a good idea.
But why would the omnipresent want the mask?
Because they're... Well, you see, Ori.
Bastards. They're bastards. That's
Yeah,
what they are.
some people like to have fancy things to show off. It's a status symbol. It's kind of like, you know...
I mean, I
Like you
wouldn't
do
be
your
so
hair?
surprised if it was the same as Gnas, where when we were there with the curse, remember? They knew about it, but they didn't do anything about it.
Well, it's a mask that obviously holds power. People
But should
like
we not
bloody
tell him
power.
Magistrate that
No.
there's
No,
scary apes that run around the city and really want this mask? And maybe we should ask them why those scary people want the mask.
Might be a bit easier to just steal it.
But
the-
we could,
I don't know about that, Drab.
Well,
yeah, I don't know about that.
it was
Drab.
originally stolen, so it's more like returning it to the rightful owner. If
We
that's
don't
true.
really know who the mask belongs to.
That's why I need to go out the city and find out some things.
Then where would you find it out?
We could just ask them why they want it.
Magic?
and find out more information that we don't have to say. That...
We could also still go to the library to find out more information.
Oh yeah,
Right.
yeah. I forgot about that.
Because now we've got the
should
name
go.
Meringue, and we can look for that. That's a good starting point that we didn't have before.
Perhaps someone could inquire about the mask as well.
In
That's
the
probably
city?
best to be you, Drab.
He's
I
not
mean-
gonna bloody like it.
Well, I'd probably wait. He's probably still pissed off that we found it, so maybe give it till tomorrow morning.
We've only got a day, Kelvin.
Just a
You're right.
thought. But why do we have to speak to Thamiel about the mask? There are other people that work in the Magistratus. Maybe they would know.
That's true. Maybe your friend, what's his face that knows,
The
I lose
card.
track of who knows who. You know, the first one you met, Drab.
Yes, the half-orc fellow.
Well, what was his name?
I don't think he got his name. He was
Yeah,
talking to
I-
you about a guy named Thorn.
Oh,
Make up a
no,
name.
he was talking about that guy.
Make up a name, because he would
was
have
he a
told.
half-orc?
Yeah, he was a half orc.
Grelk.
Grelk.
Has to have a K in it, it's an orc.
Yeah. A G and a K, it's required.
Yep, definitely.
Right.
Guess I could ask him.
Yeah. Get him drunk first.
Right, pub. Brilliant.
But
Don't
library.
you
About
don't
time.
drink. Don't you drink.
What?
You don't drink.
You can drink. Just like
No.
1 or 2
I
cups.
can
Wait.
bloody drink.
I
I
hate
need
drink
you
you.
under the table.
I need your wits entirely 100%
I
about
work
you.
better with a few beers in my belly.
I hate to say it, but I actually think Drab is right. It might be a
right.
good idea to get him drunk.
But what about the library?
Well, you
Well,
can come to the library with
why
me
don't-
if you want.
Why don't me, Ori, and Kelvin go to the library, and perhaps Ignia and Drab could take the. You said his name was Grelk. Maybe
Yeah,
you could
Grelk.
take Grelk to the
Pub.
pub.
Oh,
Or maybe
that's-
Igni can
that's good.
come to the library. Calvin can probably
No,
use
no,
a
no,
few
no.
beers as well. No, I think he really needs a few beers.
No, Ignia
No,
can.
He looks
Love
really
your
thirsty. Igniel, come on, let's go.
No, Ignia needs to go because she can.
No, she's great.
Ori, I'm
She can
gonna
seduce
try
him.
and
You'll be
charm someone.
fine.
I'm gonna start walking.
If I'm gonna take anyone with me to charm them particularly, it ain't gonna be bloody Kelvin.
Exactly. What you saying, you fucking.
I'm saying you're an acquired taste, my friend.
That's true.
Slap.
It's just a laugh.
And Ignia can, like, you know,
We'll
seduce
be
him.
fine.
And, you've
you
got
think
this.
He does the Magistratus.
Right.
Right.
Find out what you can on this meringue.
We'll meet you back in the.
Perhaps also
Uh,
search something about the waste.
We'll meet you back in the. Well, where were we going to stay tonight? Was it the?
Do we have it in?
We were going to stay at the Maiden Hall, or was
Gold Wall? No. Maiden
Where-
Hall? I
Where are we? Like here?
think we were like
Or
here.
the-
so-
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
you guys.
back there.
Yeah, you guys were about a few blocks away. Yeah, so you
Yeah.
were probably about
Well-
there, somewhere around there.
We'll take him to the pub. That's
Take-
right there.
take him to the. Well, if that's the good one, then take him there.
Well, I suppose we could take him to the Feather's Touch.
No,
That sounds-
you've got Ignia for that.
Wow!
Oh.
Ignia, do you hear this? Do you react at
Yeah.
all?
Oh no.
Right,
it's-
Ignia, come on! We're gonna. Right, come on! Ignia! Ignia!
I was already going. Okay. We're gonna be at the Magistresses.
Okay,
We'll-
so Drab and Ignia head off to the Magistratus. Ori, Kelvin, and Belmorn head to the Pinnacle Tower, where the library is located. And I think that's where we're gonna go ahead and take our first break. We'll be right back, everybody, with some more Turn Order to the Seventh Eon, episode number 6. Back in just a little bit, and hopefully Charlie's camera returns. We'll be back.
I totally, for some
Good time
reason,
for a
thought